And good morning to you, boys and girls. It's Friday, the 21st of September 2018. Welcome for the second time this morning to today's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from Chapel Hill Marina in Lincolnshire. Well, we had a little bit of a problem there, didn't we? Nothing, you couldn't hear me. Wasn't that strange and mysterious? Why did that happen? Was there some sort of dreadful technical thing going on? No, I hadn't pushed the button. There's a button here, right? Now, if I push that button, and if I push it down, the idea of that button is that, as I said on yesterday's show, I am clearing my throat and coughing and spluttering before I come on and before the camera comes to me. That's what that button's for, and I forgot to push it. So many things to do, dear. Thank you all those people that tried to send me a message there. Unfortunately, I was in full flow. And perhaps I ought to look at the messages right at the beginning to check that there's anything going wrong. And yes, indeed, that's all working this morning. So thank you in particular to Claire, who texted in, and Weird City Citizen, who texted in there, much appreciated, telling me that you couldn't hear me, and Adam the Plumber, who also I see there's a missed call on there, so thank you very much for that as well. And who else is there this morning? Mark Jones. Good morning, Mark Jones, with us live for a change this morning. Good morning, Mark, over on the YouTube. Paul Mosley is there. Weird City Citizen, thank you very much for the text, sir. Mark loves the music. I love the music. I love the music. Written by David Arnold. You know, the second piece. Written by David Arnold, who writes jingles. Very hard-working music man. He's of an age now, the same as a lot of us. And I asked his permission, actually, if I could use that music for the opening, if he wanted any money for it. And he said, no, feel free to use it. So that was a couple of years ago. That was David Arnold wrote that piece of music. Roy Brownlow, good morning to you, who's second today, after Adam the Plumber, I think, got the first message in of the morning. Am I correct in that on Facebook Live? Yes, indeed. First message in from Adam the Plumber, followed by Diane Jebb. Good morning, Diane. Merlin's there in London now. Merlin is in London, coming along. Is it you who's coming along to the karaoke tonight? I think it is. Merlin's coming to the karaoke tonight, dear. Don't leave it too late. We can get quite busy on a Friday. Unless you were right standing up at the bar, pushed up against other people. I wish. And yes, Roy Brown. No, where are we going? Paul Mosley, good morning. I do blame the Russians. The Russians are interfering with this programme. You see, the thing is, with this programme, there are so many viewers that if I say something political, you know, I could sway a general election. It's true. If I said something political, you know, and I said, you know, I don't know, Theresa May said, if you vote for her, she will come and make everyone cakes. That will probably win her the general election. I don't think people realise the power of this particular programme coming at you from all angles today with sound. I was terrified. Something happened this morning which really scared me. I'll come to that in a moment. Let me just move something down a little bit there. That's better. Now, where did we go? Have we done all the YouTube ones yet? Joanna, hello, Joanna. Steve, David, Christopher Murray, good morning to you. All on the YouTube there. Right. Now we should be able to get across the... Now, I've got a bit lost, to be honest. Paul Godhill, good morning to Paul Godhill. Morning, sir. Dominic Heesler is happy. She's happy that the sound is on now. Heesler, isn't it? And Ray Reynolds, senior citizen, says, Heidi hi with sound this morning. And Heidi hi to you as well, Ray. Well, I'm glad we got all this fixed. We're a little bit late this morning, later than normal. But anyway, so this morning I got up out of my bed. And when I made my first thing in the morning, cup of tea. Do not ever talk to me without... I keep hearing a ticking noise. What is that? I think it's the wind on the boiler thing. On the chimney of, you know, where it's got a water heater and there's a chimney goes out the roof. It sounds like a little bit, something's tapping. I'll have to get up on a ladder and have a look at that afterwards. Yeah, so I got up, I was making my tea, I had my breakfast and I sat down. I immediately wanted to go to the toilet. You know, usually I'll have breakfast first and then want to go. Not today, I want to go, I've got to go to the toilet. So I went down there, went into the bathroom, put the toilet seat down, because I always leave the toilet seat up. You know, in case My sister comes in. You know what these ladies are like, honestly. Oh, you've weed all over my toilet seat. It's not us. It's not us. You wee. It's the ladies that wee on their own toilet. Have you ever been into a lady's toilet? Wee everywhere. It's disgusting. They wee. Oh, nearly. They wee all over their own toilet seats. What's that about, ladies? You go in the men's toilet, spick and span, beautiful, nice smells, ever so clean. Ladies' toilets, filthy, disgusting places. They wee all over their own toilet seats. It's not us. We lift the toilet seat up. Why would we want to wee over your toilet seat? Anyway, so I put the toilet seat down, pulled my trousers down around my ankles, I turned around and sat down, and I jumped up. I jumped back up because I felt something crawl across my bum. Now, I just want you to close your eyes now, and imagine that, me sitting on the toilet and jumping up and suddenly turning around with my pert buttocks pointing towards you. So, I thought I was in Australia. Excuse me, I thought it was in Australia. In Australia, you must always flush your toilet before you sit on it because they have poisonous spiders waiting to bite your arse. They do. I thought one of them, because we got wasps here now, bad wasps from Africa or hornets or something, haven't we? Why not the spiders? How do you know they're not coming across? Exactly. Yes. So I looked, what the earth was that? Anyway, I quickly flushed the toilet to see if there's something hiding under the rim. But nothing came. Nothing came. And then I turned around and on the floor was this. This was on the floor. And it suddenly dawned on me, because last night, I mean, it's been incredibly windy here again. I'll come to that in a minute. Last night, I had to go outside because I noticed my parasol, which is on the veranda, was flapping around a bit in the wind. And it's only held on with two of those plastic cable tie things. So I thought, you know, if that flies off, it could fly through the window. You know, like a scene from Friday the 13th. Do you remember the very first Friday the 13th film? Okay, where she walks into the kitchen and a body flies through the kitchen window. I could see that happening with my parasol. You know, I could be in bed and this thing could come flying through the window, which is right in front of me here, where I'm talking to you behind the camera, through that wall there. I'm not really sitting in front of the river. Some people thought I was sitting in front of the river. Through the wall there and into my chest, killing me, dear. Killed by parasol. So I went outside and I taped it up with some of this. This is the old tape that was on, and it would flapping away, you see. So I put some more tape on. Somehow this must have managed to stick itself to the bottom of my t-shirt last night, and it touched my bum when I sat down. I thought it was a spider waiting to eat me. Awful. Talking of spiders waiting to eat you, look at this. What nightmares are made of in this morning's Mail Online. The spiders have taken over the Greek town of, one moment please, of Aetokilik, I don't know what it says, some bloody foreign place anyway, with a hellish, were they horrible to our Theresa yesterday, the Greeks? Oh, poor Theresa. Anyway, back to that in a minute. With a hellish 1,000 foot long web along its shoreline, the web has snared trees, plants and rocks thanks to the unusually large number of Tetragnatha spiders contributing to the organic structure. Look at that for a spider's web. Look at the size of that. You thought it was bad every time you went outside the front door, didn't you? Oh, don't you hate that? You go outside the front, oh, it's a spider's web in my eye. Or it goes across your head. Oh, they're horrible things. Very strong, aren't they, spider's webs? Do you know, here's the thing, do you know how they get, you know sometimes you get a spider's web, the spider is that big, right, that big, and there's a web going from there to there. Do you know how they do that? Do you know how they do that? I bet you don't. They go across from there, right, and then they come back. They don't walk across. I think they go across it and they somehow swing from side to side like that and then jump. That's how they do it. Very, very clever spiders. Anyway, fortunately, it wasn't a spider, and we're not on a Greek island either, so I'm very happy about that. Let's have a look here. Good morning to my sister, Sharon Butler. Morning, Sharon. Welcome along. What's that say? Why does it keep going light then dark? Does it? Oh, because the sun's in front of me. The sun, I've got the curtains closed, but the sun is right in front of me. So as the clouds part, that keeps happening. I think I need some sort of blackout blind in here, actually, to stop that happening. You're quite right. That is what happens. Who wanted to know that? Roy. That's what happens. Good morning to John Parrish. Morning, John. Spider bum. Yes, Paul. Spider bum. That's exactly what I had last night. A very good morning to On the Air 01, who says, what is this? A programme of me talking. Okay? And Joanna, we've said hello to Janet as well this morning. So that's frightening. Anyway, the weather last night, I got to tell you, I thought we had a lot of wind yesterday. Last night it was even worse. Even worse last night. I was woken up. There was all sorts of noises going on. And there was a couple of times last night that the caravan did rock. I have to know there wasn't anyone else in it, unfortunately. But it was really windy last night. A couple of times I was woken up by the wind last night. There's a ticking, like a little clanging noise outside. You're not going to get up and walk around the caravan naked. But I don't think we expected that coming. I knew it was going to be a bit windy again, but I didn't expect it to be as bad or worse than it was yesterday during the daytime as well, wasn't it? And again, in the Mail this morning, it says blustery winds and heavy rain caused severe disruption to commuters across England and Wales today after Storm Brona blew in overnight with gusts of up to 78 miles an hour, which I'm sure we had here. I'm sure it's still going now. These storms seem to be going on for a long time. Usually they're over in a couple of hours. You know, you get a bit of strong wind for a couple of hours. This has been going on all night and it's still doing it now. Brona brought heavy rain as it swept across the country a day after 2 people were killed in Storm Alley. More than half a month's rain fell in Sennybridge in South Wales, and Sheffield saw nearly half a month's rain fall in 24 hours. Speed restrictions are in place and Met Office issued a wind warning between now and 6 p.m. I don't know why they say now. 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. today. Saying strong winds are expected to develop towards the Liverpool Bay area this morning. So I don't seem to remember them talking about this yesterday at all. Really? Do you? Do you remember them talking about that this morning? Or on yesterday's news? Because I don't. Very, very strange and mysterious. But we're all here, so that's all right. Roy says Sheffield got flooded, as did Matlock. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what it's like to be flooded. Oh, just because the water's not clean. A lot of people, it's just a bit of water. No, it's not. It's sewage. You're walking around in other people's doo-doos. Oh, no. Morning to SRS Grigori. Morning to you. Claire says a huge spider ran under my bed yesterday. Tried to get the dogs to eat it, but it didn't work. No, you've got the wrong animals. Their dogs will probably play with it. You want a cat. Nothing survives if you've got a cat in the house. Not even me. I was allergic to my own cats. I had 3 cats over the years, and it gave me terrible asthma. And I couldn't. Once you got them, you fall in love with them, and you can't get rid of them. But that's what you want. That's what you want, Clay. You want a nice cat in there that'll catch anything that moves, and they'll see it moving before it actually moves itself. I tell you that. And they go there. The cats are there. Spiders, dogs, spiders, mice, birds. You get them all brought in if you've got a cat. Hello to Martin Edwards. Have a fab day. Have a fab day to you as well, Martin. All right. John says, I know an old lady who swallowed a spider. I don't know why. She's... No. I know an old lady who's swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. I know an old lady who swallowed a spider. She swallowed a spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. Now, what's the next one? Spider. Bird. I know an old lady who swallowed a bird. She swallowed a bird to catch the spider. She swallowed a spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die, and it goes on, and then at the end it says she swallowed a horse, the cat's I don't know why she swallowed a fly. She's dead. I know that one very well. Roy says pussies eat anything. They do. They do. Here, pussy, pussy. Oh, little cats. We love them. I love cats. Dominique, we're getting that storm in Canada now. Is it bad over there, Dominique? It's been awful here in the UK. Last night, a lot of wind. Obviously not hurricane levels that you get in the States and places like that. And we do get tornadoes here, actually, in the UK, although they're not very well reported. There's very, very few and far between. I'm surprised they don't report, like, tornadoes more than they do, actually. We do get them here. I think one of the areas that we get them is actually in the Thames Valley, which is where my house is. I'm in Lincolnshire at the moment, in my Lincolnshire television studios. Claire says, I love cats, but dogs have become part of your life and come with us everywhere. Oh, you can't leave a dog away. You can't leave a dog alone, can you? My sister's got two lovely dogs. Bison, who's this massive Rottweiler, and his head's like that. It's as soppy as anything. Wouldn't harm a fly, this dog. Great big teeth like that sticking out of its mouth. It just wants to lick you and cuddle you all the time. So there's Bison the Rottweiler, and then she's got a Springer Spaniel called Barney. And he's obsessed with squirrels. If you say, squirrels, it's like that, up at the window looking for the squirrels. And of course, they never catch them. Those bloody squirrels are too fast, scuttling up the trees, aren't they, like that? Oh, has someone noticed my hair? Yeah, my hair's been cut. My hair's been cut. My hair has been cut. Because yesterday, after I finished the show yesterday, I went swimming. Thought I'd try out the swimming pool in Horncastle, which is about 25 minutes, 30 minutes drive towards. And funnily enough, it's the same place as my nephew's got a garage where he fixes cars and all that. He's actually thinking about renting the unit next to him. Because he's got a unit and he's just constantly working, my nephew. He works very, very hard. He now but he's not got enough space. So he's now looking to expand and start renting the unit that is next to his unit. So I suppose, I haven't spoken to him about it actually. Really, it's my sister who told me this. And I don't know if that will allow him to do more work, although where he's going to find the time to do this, I don't know. Or perhaps bigger vehicles, because it's only just like one unit. You couldn't get like a lorry or something like that, or I suppose a couple of large cars in there. But sometimes, because he does this paint work, you see, I think sometimes he paints them and then he's got to wait for it to dry. Well, if that's in there and he's waiting for that to dry, he can't do anything else, you see. Whereas I suppose if he had a big unit, he could then get on with something else. Anyway, he's looking at expanding, so good luck to him. Good morning to Alan Campbell. There's my best mate, Alan Campbell, from years and years ago. Good morning, Alan. Hope you're all right there down south. We've got a lot of wind up here today, Alan. Terrible, terrible. So I went to the swimming pool in Horncastle. Nice place. It's not a massive swimming pool. It's like, and it's like a building on its own. There's nothing else in there. Just a swimming pool. So you go into the reception. Hello, I've not been here before. Okay. And I think it was just over £5 or £4.50. I think it might have been a £5.20, something like that. And he said, will you be coming regular? I said, yes, I expect so. He said, okay, fill in the form and you'll get it a bit cheaper then. So he gave me the form to fill in, which I'll probably fill in after I've done the show today, actually. And there's two changing rooms. I said, which side? He said, oh, they're the unisex. Now, the only thing is, with unisex changing rooms, it's all these little cubicles, okay? With unisex changing rooms, what tends to happen, as indeed is the case here, is that the showers are unisex, which means you can't take everything off. And I never feel like I've had, and there's a lot of swimming pools and gyms like this now, where you have to go in there with your swimming trunks on. And then, you've got your soap and all, you take your own little soap and shower gel and you do your hair and all this. But you can't do inside, well, you could put your hands down your shorts, I suppose, and do it like that. But leaving them on, I don't feel like I've had a proper shower unless I've taken my shorts off. Do you know what I mean? It's funny, really, isn't it? So anyway, so I did that. Went in there, got changed, and I went into the swimming pool, and it was about, and I like this, ready for this, about 10 to 12, so I got in there, and it's it's just under busy, if you see what I mean. So you had room to go and do length. Everyone's doing length. No one's mucking around. Everyone's doing lengths up and down. And I noticed they're all of an age. So it got to about 12 o'clock and these two old dears got out. And one said to the other, and I said to one of them, I said, all right, I said, it's the first time I've come here. Is this a good time to come? She says, well, really, she said, between 11 and 12, it's just supposed to be for the over 50s. I said, well, that's me. Oh, and then she said, oh, is it? I said, yeah. Oh, right. She said, it's got bright again now, isn't it, you see? That's the... I wonder if I can do something to change it automatically for you. Just a second. Let me try and do something. I've got a right light setting, but it can be a little bit... Right, I've put the right light setting on, okay? Now, tell me how that goes. Just watch the show for half an hour or 20 minutes or so and tell me if that... Because some of the automatic settings on cameras, they can work a bit too quickly. Do you know what I mean? So it might get dark and quicker now, but it might even it out. You just have to see how it goes. So let me know how this goes in about 10 minutes or so, all right? So she said, oh, really? I said, yeah, I'm 55. Oh, you don't look 55. I think she's trying to chat me up, dear. Oh, I'm not surprised, are you? You know, be honest now. Looking at me in a pair of small swimming shorts, standing there, muscles glistening away in the sun that was streaming through the window. I can understand that someone might want to chat me up in a swimming pool, can't you? I mean, I really can. So she got out and more people got out. So I could go 11 till 12, you see, if I wanted to, but I probably wouldn't because I'd be here I'm usually still here at 11 o'clock finishing off doing my my video show stuff. So she went out, a few more people got in and I just gone up and down. And now the pool is a lovely temperature. You didn't put, it's none of that dipping your toe in. Oh, that's too cold. None of that. No, it's quite a nice temperature. It's not a massive pool, but it's longer than the one I'm used to. Probably, so for example, I do 60 lengths in the pool up at the sports centre, up at the Living Well Health Club in Bracknell that I belong to, part of the Hilton Group. I do 60 lengths in there, so probably in this one I would say 40 to do the same, but I did 50. So I did a few more. So I'm going up and down and that's all right. People are respecting everyone's lanes. It got a little bit busier towards the end. But about 12:30 when I got out of there, so I was in there from about 10 to 12 until 12:30, 12:40. No, about 12:40. So just under an hour was in there. And towards the end of it, it actually got quite empty. So I think probably 12:30 is a good time to go down there. There were no young people in there at all, but the old lady did say to avoid school holidays because you can't move. But a nice clean place. They have a swimming pool attendant sitting on one of those tall chairs, and that changed 3 times. So I don't think anyone sits there sort of for more than 15 or 20 minutes at a time. Then they change over, and it's nice and clean. As I say, the only thing is the shower is unisex, so you can't take your shorts off and get cleaned properly. But that's okay. Then I jumped in the car, picked up my brother-in-law. He was helping my nephew Jimmy at his car place because that's quite close to the swimming pool, like a couple of minutes away. And then I was due to have my hair cut. Now at this point, normally I go and have my lunch. Okay, that kind of work. You know, you've had your swim. Right, I'm ready for lunch now. And I would go home if I was at home and have my lunch. But I was going to have my swimming pool. I was now starving. Okay, because we've just gone a little bit past my lunchtime. And in my head, I now know that I'm going to have so I'm starving now. So I couldn't stand it and I had to go and get some chips. I had a cheese and onion pasty and chips, unfortunately. Terrible. My brother-in-law was in the car as well. He has to be very careful what he eats, not through Slimming World, but he has the diabetes thing. So he has to be really, really careful what he eats. So unfortunately I had chips and I felt very bad after. I didn't feel bad after the chips. It was the sweets later that I felt bad after, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So I went to my niece's hairdresser's and she was busy away. She was actually doing my sister's hair, my sister Sharon. She was doing her hair. And then she did mine. And my beard, she's done does a good job. Look. With the... She's a bit rough, my niece. Oh, I had to tell her. Not on here. I think I've got a very, very sensitive head. And I've said this before to various hairdressers over the years when they go, oh, is that hurt a bit? And I said, yeah, I've got to really say, you're going to have to go gentle. Now, the only one who seems to be of gentle, there's two people. There's Sonny, who's a lovely chap. He's from Pakistan. He sometimes does my hair in Wokingham. And the lady from Nepal, and I can never remember her name, but she's my favourite one, and she's such a gentle woman. My niece, she's taking chunks out my head, I'm sure there were. But I had to say, you're a bit rough. She said, I'm sorry, I don't do gentle unks, and carried on. Anyway, I think she's done a damn good job then. She did my beard and all this business. Yes, all very nice. And then after, well, just before I was waiting, while she was doing something. Who she was doing? Oh yeah, then after that, she did my brother-in-law, and I went over to the Budgeons, which is next door, and I went in there. What did I go in there? I won't lie to you. I went in there to buy I went in there to buy a tub of ice cream. But shock horror, and it must have been a sign from the Lord above. Shock horror, right? The freezers were off. There was no ice cream. Only those silly little individual things like Mars and all in wrappers, and there was no tubs. Unfortunately, then my sister, I spotted her next to the pick and mix. Yes. Now, I'm pleased to say I only took the small cup. And I filled it up with no Nova, only fudge and Smarties. I wouldn't have put the Smarties in, but I wanted to fill up the gaps, you know, so you get your money's worth, dear. I filled up this whole, it was a small one, £2.75, I think it was, small cup full of fudge and Smarties. Shocking. I get this. I got to the till, and the woman said to me, she said, you haven't put the lid on. I said, oh, okay, yeah, I'll put the lid on. She said, oh, well, it's supposed to go round the corners so it clicks on. She said, push it down a little bit more. So I pushed it down, and I said, there you go, it's just got on. She said, well, all right then. She said, but be careful as you go out, or it'll just pop off. Well, you got to fill them up, haven't you? And then I went into the hairdressers and sat down while my brother-in-law was having his hair cut now. And I started eating the sweets, and I ate the entire lot. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all with myself. But, you know, this programme is like a confession. It's like being in confession at church, it is here. Giving out all my sins to you. And I don't do myself any favours, because someone will come up to me tonight. Oh, you shouldn't have eaten those sweets. I bet it'd be Claire. Claire will come up to me. Oh, you shouldn't have eaten those sweets or something like that. Very, very bad. There we are. So after that, I came back, had a little sleep, and I woke up after about an hour. I didn't feel well. Of course I didn't feel well. It was all those bloody sweets I'd just eaten. Bits of fudge and, I mean, they were nice. Fudge and Smarties and stuff like that. And I thought, oh, do you know, that's all those sweets I've eaten. Anyway, I woke up and I'd done my sister and her husband. They came round for some dinner. I did some campfire stew, so they enjoyed that. And then I'd done some for myself. And I think we watched a little bit of television, had a good old chat. It's nice. It's nice having my sister and her husband come round, and we're just sitting there. We turned the telly off and the wind started up. We're listening to the wind, and it's all very nice, really. And that was my day yesterday. Yeah, that was my day yesterday. Very, very nice indeed. Let's just go up there. Right, Chris, would you have a widow's peak if you grew your hair like Dracula? What do you mean a widow's? What's that mean? Try that again, Roy. That don't make sense. Would you have a widow's peak if you grew hair like Dracula? I don't know what that means. Dominic, so windy, it's raining sideways where she is in Canada. Oh, my God, blimey. Keep the window closed, dear. Claire, unfortunately, oh my God, one of Claire's cats died. I beg your pardon. Unfortunately, one of her dogs did catch a squirrel once. We had to bash it on the head, really horrible. And they get rabbits from time to time. Your dogs? Yeah, my niece had a lovely dog once. It was Monty. It was quite a big dog, but it just kept getting ill, and it only lasted a few years, unfortunately. And my niece, did I say my niece? Yeah, she was devastated when that dog. It was such a funny dog, but he used to love running after rabbits and catching them. It's just a nature thing, isn't it, really? You know. Alan says, have you eaten too many beans again? I love baked beans, you know that, Alan. Bit windy here, but beautiful sunshine down south. Oh, I'm glad it is. We haven't. It's not. It's a bit overcast. The sun keeps coming in and out today. As this picture, has that made any difference at all? Putting that on automatic change, as whatever it does, brightness or whatever it is. John said the lady probably thought you were an OAP. I don't think so. I don't think so. Claire, there's a new Slimming World record book coming soon. New sin values for some foods. I saw this, yes. Start again in Lincolnshire. Also, if you go back soon, you will get a 10% off card for Iceland. Yeah, I think you're right, Claire. I'm on holiday. I'm actually on holiday next week in Yorkshire. When I come back from holiday, there is a couple of Slimming Worlds up here, and I will rejoin them. Must get on back on that. I haven't weighed myself this week. I will tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. I've got a bit of a quick turnaround this weekend, actually, because from here this afternoon I'll go down to Central Station. Are you along tonight for the? I think you said you weren't coming for a couple of weeks, didn't you? Or is that past now? I don't know. I'm hosting karaoke tonight, boys and girls. If you're in the North London area, that's at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Central Station karaoke tonight. Friday night karaoke each and every Friday, including next week actually, 8:30 until midnight. So I'll leave here about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Get there for 7:30. We start at 8:30. Do the karaoke. Finish at 12. Then I'll be driving home to Bracknell in Berkshire. Probably tonight. I don't like to put the washing machine on at night in case it upsets the neighbours. Last thing I'd ever want to do is have my neighbours say, "Oh, did you have the washing machine?" or something like that. You know, I'd never ever want to upset neighbours. Well, I'll go home. Would probably do my washing tomorrow morning. Get ready again, and then come back to work tomorrow night, and then come back up here, right, for Sunday. And then Monday morning, I'll be setting off from here to go to Yorkshire. And that's where our little haven holiday is. My nephew, actually, what's the time now? 10:30. They're going up for a whole week. I'm only going up for 4 days. I'm going Monday to Thursday. They are actually going up now. I would imagine they've left now, or they're about to leave over to Haven Holidays in Yorkshire. So I'll have a lovely 4 days with my nephew, his wife, now through 3 delightful children, Olivia, Harry and Evie. And no doubt there'll be ice creams involved in that as well, Claire. You see, that's the trouble. So that'll be next week. And then on Thursday night, I'll come back to the caravan. So I'll have part of Friday here. And then from here, again, Friday, I'll come back to work next Friday. And then it's all done. And then Saturday, I could actually go to Slimming World in Wokingham that Saturday morning, actually. Slimming World in Bracknell on the Saturday morning. I could do that. I might do that, Claire. But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I've fallen off the wagon here, and it'll be interesting to see. I'll weigh myself tomorrow at home, and I will tell you in tomorrow morning's show. Okay. Paul, you're going to be Fat Fighters next. Marjorie Dawes, Little Britain. Hello, fatties. How are you today? And what have you been eating today, you naughty people? I love it. Fat Fighters. Why do people get so upset by things like that? Oh, it's not funny. Oh, it's really offensive. No, it's not. It's funny. It's funny. Many of us are there or have been there at some point, if you see what I mean. You know, when I was, I always find gay jokes very funny. You know, a lot of the super lefty gay blokes don't find them. Oh, that's really offensive. Oh, that's really homophobic. No, I just find it funny. I just find it funny. All right, Chris, you old puff. That's quite funny. Shut up. You just answer them back. You don't need to take them to court or ring up the police. Oh, it's a hate crime. Oh, please do us a favour. Get a bit more of a thick skin, will you? Robert, good morning, Robert, who says, can you stay in your caravan all season or do you have to come out for winter? 2 months, February and March. February and March I have to come out. I could, if I so decided, live here. I could live here, but if that was to happen, legally, you need to tell the council that you're going to live here permanently. You then start paying council tax and you get your own bin, okay? At the moment, If you're only here for 10 months of the year, you don't need to pay council tax. You just need to pay your fee to the site owners, Sylvie and Alan. They're the people who own the site. And each year, April, they send out a bill. You pay them. That's it. That's it. That's for 10 months. If you go more than 10 months, then there you are. That sun's come right out again now. Does that change the picture? How's that going? John, can you tell me how the picture's doing now since I flicked? Is that better, that setting, or should I go back to how it was? Yes, so if you go over 10 months, then you have to tell the council, hello, I want to live here now. Yep, that's fine, no problem at all. Now you need to start paying council tax. What band it would be, I don't know. I don't know what band it would be, but yes, you are allowed to live here. But I will only be here 10 months of the year. February, March, I won't be here. At least not at the moment. Not at the moment, anyway. Okay. Joanna says it does look much better. Oh, okay. Good. Good. All right. Well, I'll leave that setting on in future. See, you live and learn, don't you, how things work. Claire's singing tonight at Central Station. She's doing some new songs. You're going to let us know what you're going to sing tonight, Claire? Do let us know, my darling. John Parrish, forgot to tell you, I contacted the restaurant you went to and asked why they consider a portion to be 9 chips. They said they will get to me. They will get to me. True. Really? Oh, we'll see. I'll be very interested in that, John, to see if they come back to you with any more information there. All right. Roy says it's better, not so quick to change brightness. Okay, good. Good. Hello to Tony Carroll. You're a bit late this morning, aren't you, Tony? From Himitangi Beach. I love that word. Himitangi Beach in New Zealand. Paul says your face goes a bit yellow when the sun comes out, but it's okay. Yeah, but I've got the automatic setting on there. That should darken it down every time the sun comes out. The only way to do it is put a blackout blind in here, I think, and then I'd have to put some sort of lights in here, which is okay. I don't mind doing that. You know, it doesn't cost an awful lot of money to put lights in these days. You can get LED video lights, a couple each side would do, and that might be a better way to do it. All right. What else have I got to tell you here? Oh, Amazon on the news this morning. Amazon, and they're bringing out all sorts of new things. I don't know if you've got an Echo. My mate's got one, and I know people have got them. I honestly don't like the idea of a gadget listening to everything that I'm saying all the time. You could argue that, but that's exactly what you're doing now. Yes, it is. But then I turn it off. You know, I turn it off. And I do not like the idea of a gadget listening to everything that I'm saying. But they're bringing out some more additions to go with their Amazon Echo. In the... Is this the Sun this morning? Let me have a look. Oh, Daily Mail again. In the Daily Mail this morning, Amazon have unveiled a revamped $50 Echo Dot. I think it's about 47 quid, the Echo Dot, isn't it? With improved sound alongside an Alexis-powered microwave. Anyway, Alexa is taking the wraps off a slew of new devices. During a pop-up event at its Seattle headquarters, the tech giant unveiled a brand new version of its Echo Dot, which features big boosts to its sound quality, broadcasting sounds at 70% louder volumes. The revamped, they must have a better speaker in there then. The revamped Echo Dot, that's the small one. So you've got the long one and the little one like that, haven't you? Amazon have also revealed an Alexa-powered microwave, which lets users heat up their foods hands-free. Now, I saw this morning demonstrated on the BBC Business Live programme, and literally a bloke put in a bloke... Oh, what's that? Just a minute. 1 second, please. All right. A bloke put in a potato into the microwave, right? And he said, Alexia, potato 1. And she said, cooking potato now. And it just started working. Why you'd want to do that, I don't know. But it's a bit like Star Trek, isn't it? You know, when Captain Jean-Luc Picard, he goes over to the machine, he says, tea, Earl Grey, 1 sugar. And it just gives him a cup of tea. Very clever, really. The microwave So you'd expect that to be an expensive item, wouldn't you? No. The microwave is priced at just $60. So this is in America, but it'll come over here very quickly. So that would be about 55 quid and will start shipping later this year. Buyers must already own an Alexa speaker to take advantage of the voice commands. Alongside the microwave, Amazon have announced a new Echo Show, Echo Plus, Amazon Smart Plug, Echo Input in-car gadget, an amplifier, a new subwoofer, get those booming sounds, a wall clock. How would you want a wall clock? I don't know. And a slew of other Alexa-equipped accessories. A connected wall clock. Now, what use could that be? I don't know. I mean, my clock. This clock here is radio controlled. It picks up a signal from rugby, and it sets it all automatically. I don't have to do that. Perhaps it's something like that. I don't know. The microwave is compact and can fit right on the countertop, according to Amazon. Users simply press an Alexa button on the microwave and give it a cooking command such as 2 minutes and 30 seconds on medium. Well, hang on a minute. That defeats the object a bit, doesn't it? Users simply press a button. Well, I thought the whole idea of it is that you didn't have to press buttons. Oh, well, I don't know. And then you just say 2 minutes and 30 seconds on medium, and then microwave then starts cooking. The Amazon Basics microwave include dozens of quick cook voice presets, so you can cook just by asking Alexa, the firm explained. All very strange. Very, very strange indeed. But I have to say, the price of some of this stuff, you've got an Echo, upgraded Echo Show. What is an Echo? I don't know what an Echo Show is, you see. Amazon Smart Plug, $25. I suppose that could be useful, couldn't it? Turn on the television. Bit like that, really. Fire Recast, Echo Auto. Oh, here we are. Amazon's screen-equipped Echo Show got a major upgrade. The company said it's been completely redesigned with a bigger screen. Oh, so that must be like an Amazon with like a little television thing attached to it as well. Interesting. I mean, would you get one? Who's got an Amazon? Anyone? Has anyone got an Amazon? Amazon? No. What's it called? What's it called? What's that thing called again? Alexa. Who's got an Alexa? Who's got an Alexa? Anyone? Alexa, who is Chris Reardon? It won't find anything for me, I'm afraid. Oh dear. Claire's going to do Katie Tunstall tonight. Yeah, Katie Tunstall tonight, aren't you? Oh, that'll be all right. Oh, you'll be all right with that one. Roy's got an Echo. They don't listen till you say Alexa. Well, that's what they tell you, Roy. How do you know? Don't be fooled by that. You say it doesn't listen until you say Alexa. But let me say this to you, Roy. How does it know you're going to say Alexa? It must be listening to you all the time. It's waiting for that word. But it can hear all the other words as well. It must do. How can it only hear Alexa? It's hearing everything. And then when you say Alexa, it tells you that it's turned itself on. But you don't know that. It's recording everything you say. Dear me, do be very, very careful with these things. All right. Tony's got a job interview on Monday. Well, good luck with that, sir. Job interview on Monday. What's that to do, Tony? Do let us know. Hello to Philip Ascroft. Good morning, Philip. Hope you're well today. Roy, my Echo keeps saying not sure every time you say Alexa. Alexa! Shut up! Tony, what's it called, Chris, that microwave thing? It's not. It just says it's just Amazon Microwave Basics. That's what it said here. But I don't think you can order it yet. I mean, you might. Well, I'm sure you can't order it. Certainly not here at the moment, but it's coming out very, very soon. In a couple of months, within a few weeks in the US. Do you want one for Christmas? Do you? You get. Why do we want all this stuff? Tony said that I'll probably end up living in a caravan park after selling my home. Nothing wrong with that, mate. I could quite happily live here. I could quite happily live here. I'll give you. the bedroom is a little bit small next door, but it's all right. You're quite comfortable. I'm very, very cosy in that bed. I tell you, really cosy. It was a bit noisy out last night with all the wind and that, a little bit worrying, but and a very, very slight movement last night, I felt. It was strong winds last night, it really was. Roy says, I've got plugs that connect to Alexa, so I can switch lamps on in other rooms if I'm away from the home via an app. Is that through wires or are they wireless? How do the lamps actually work there? Tony, more like the Jetsons. Yes, it is more like the Jetsons. Paul's got Hive. Oh, that's the central heating thing, isn't it? Hive. Yeah, my mate's got that as well. Hive. I can control the heating, your lights, have a camera that points outside. It's brilliant when you're on holiday doing all that stuff. It's all very clever. Weird City Citizen. Waste of money. I use Google Voice for free. Is that on your computer, is it? Google Voice. I don't use any of this voice-operated stuff at all. My mate loves it, Ronnie. He loves it. He's always talking to Siri. And asks it to do something, and then ends up typing in what he wants it to do because it hasn't understood him. Cortina, yes, Cortina. I know that Cortina. I think that's on all of them. I think it's on my computer here as well. Roy, I have to. That's it. There we are. Wireless. Oh, it's all wireless. Very, very clever, Roy. Very, very clever. All this stuff, isn't it? Right. Okie doke, boys and girls. I was just gonna. We don't really do political on here. I did feel sorry for Theresa May yesterday, didn't you? They bloody hate us, don't they? They absolutely hate us. I mean, how she must have felt yesterday, standing. Forget the politics, but to have everyone gang up on her like that, and you know, it would have been the same for anyone who has taken that job. It would have been the same for anyone who took the job of Prime Minister while Brexit is trying to go through. I just felt so sorry for her yesterday, really did. Did you? Oh, awful, awful. Paul says, the lights are really good on his Alexa thing. I have a sensor, but that door that turns all of them on when I get in. It's all very clever, really, isn't it? Weird City Citizen, there you go. She has an impossible job. Yes, she has. But it would have been the same. It doesn't matter who was... If Jeremy Corbyn was Prime Minister now, he would be in the same position as her. I'm sure he would. It doesn't matter who it is. They just don't want us to go, and that's it. We've seen it before with Ireland. You know, they said they didn't want to stay. Then they made them vote again. That's what they're trying to do. That is exactly what they're trying to do. Roy says, I hate Theresa. Glad she got roasted. Payback time for the disabled. All right. So there we are. Okay, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Happy birthday on this Friday, the 21st of September 2018 to Steve Newton, who's a young 51 years old today. Younger than me, Steve. Happy birthday to you. Wagner Pereira is 36 years old today. Happy birthday to John Wagner. John Miller, 46 today. Julia Grant, one of our lovely Manilow ladies, I think. Are you a Manilow lady or not? Or maybe not. I'm not sure, Julia. Let me have a quick look at you. I like to get things right, dear. One moment, please. Is that... Oh, no, it's not a Barry... Oh, no, it's not a Barry. It's not a Barry... I thought you had a Barry album. It's a book. Is that one of your books? Ah, sorry, Julia. I do apologise, my dear. Happy birthday today to Julia Grant, 64 today. Teresa Marie is 42 years old today. You're the baby today, Teresa. Happy birthday, Teresa. And Julian. Hello, Julian Garamendi, who I've known for a few years. I don't think he watches the show now, but he was with us when we were audio only many, many, many years ago. And he popped into a place called the Golden Lion in King's Cross, where I used to do, not the one in Camden, the one in King's Cross, which is no longer there. And I used to do a bingo night called Bingo there. And him and his lovely girlfriend, I think they're married now, they won a toaster. And they took it away proudly. So happy birthday to you, Julian. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steve, Wagner, John, Julia, Teresa and Julian. Happy birthday to you. Okay? Tony says on October the 4th, I'll be 54. Still young, Tony. Still young. Two are still young. Roy says, P.S. Alexia says you're a BBC reporter from Wales. Does she really? Paul says, I like Teresa. I do too. I do too. She might as well resign. That would knacker everything up. It would. I don't know what would happen if we had a general election now and it changed. It's a right old, it's an absolute total mess. It really is. And you can understand people now saying, oh, well, we voted to come out, but we think we should stay in now because it's just such a mess. But that's what they want, you see. That's what they want. I tell you now, I am a Brexit person. I'm a Brexit person. Why did I vote Brexit? Is it because I don't want all foreigners over it? No, incorrect. I do not wish to be ruled from another country. That's why I voted. All these people that scream racist to everyone who ever voted Brexit, you are incorrect, I'm afraid. Just didn't want to be voted for by another country. Why am I obeying laws from another country? No. And that's why, you see. Please don't start screaming racist at people just because they voted Brexit, because that couldn't be further from the truth. It really couldn't be. Tony says fish and chips are good in the UK. What's that got to do? They are. We do like. I had chips yesterday, Tony. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. John, wait till bonking Boris gets in. Oh, don't. Alrighty, let's go then, Dave. Go, boys and girls. Thanks very much for all your messages that have come in during the show today. Thank you very much. As I say, if you're around in the North London area tonight, I'll be hosting karaoke at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. So come along there. Friday karaoke, Central Station Bar, Wharfdale Road in King's Cross from 8:30 tonight. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye.